Hi guys, welcome to another commentary video. This one's going to be a little bit more laid back, a little bit more like from the chest. It's not enough to do with anything DBD related, because if anything, I've just been watching DBD Twitter just kind of like melt down over the whole like Dowsy losing his shirts thing. Either you're like, yeah, Behavior's the worst company to ever exist and you hate him, or man, the bootlicking is just out in full force, and they're like, man, imagine complaining you have your shirts removed because you criticized the game. I criticized the game correctly, you just criticized the game wrong. That's literally a take I saw. It was like, you just didn't criticize the game correctly and that's why you lost it. I don't know, it's just a mess, and I'm just kind of like exhausted from it. I'm just kind of exhausted about the whole conversation, and I'm exhausted with not the game, but just like the community being so just stupid, for lack of a better term. They're just dumb. So I want to talk about something else today instead of the usual you know, just like map dumb, perk dumb stuff like that I usually do. Today I wanted to talk about like why I got into content creation, because like there's always that question, you know, with like basically anything. It's like, well, what's in it for you, right? Like you pump out all this content, you provide all this content, but like, what's in it for you? What do you get out of it? What's your angle, you know? And I think the main reason I got into content creation is because I'm somebody who, you know, I don't sleep very well, like at all. Like I'm one of those people, like a pin drops, and like when that pin drops, I wake immediately up. I've also had a lot of like not so great things happen in my livelihood, in this experience that I've had so far. And I don't know, but for both of those things, for both of those situations, one of the things that was always just like super comforting was to just put on a streamer or a YouTuber and just like watch them to try and feel better. I can't tell you how many nights I'm like, you know, I'm just like, I was like up awake, end of high school, like starting into college, where it was like, you know, that was when Markiplier was first getting into FNAF and was like playing the FNAF games, and you know, I just couldn't sleep. So having the just having him on in the background playing those games was just like a real nice comforting thing, and helped me through a lot of sleepless nights and got me more sleep than I probably would have got otherwise. And then after there was some, you know, some stuff happened, and I moved on to John Wolfe, who is probably my favorite YouTuber of all time. And I can't tell you how many bad days I've had, you know, go better because he was just playing some cool indie horror game and I was just having a bad day, and just taking an hour out of my day to just sit down and watch him play some like very poorly coded but like really charming indie horror game. Just, you know, it raised my spirits. It made things better in a time when things like weren't going that well, when things weren't going that well. And I think that did a lot for me, and it pulls me through, and it had pulled me through a lot of those rough times, and I don't think, you know, it sucks because like I don't think I'll ever be in a position where I can like truly thank them. I mean, I could leave a comment, right, you know, but like at this point they're both so popular, like that's just like a sea of people. At that point, that's like a sea of people. Like you know, I'm not gonna have that like direct interaction at all. But yeah, they've done a lot of good for my life, and like they don't know me personally at all, you know, like they've done so much good for me in terms of like my sleeplessness and the low parts of my life, and they don't even know me at all, you know. All they did was just play games and put it out there, and it was just that comfort was enough, and that comfort helped so much, you know. And I think that's why when it ended up in this situation where like a lot of people ended up in COVID, where they ended up like not having a job and trying to like figure out what to do, you know. I've always been about helping people. I don't think I've ever worked a non-service job. You know, I've never worked a job that wasn't a service, and I've always been trying to like angle my way towards like helping people the best I can with whatever job I end up doing. So when I ended up like, you know, trying to figure things out like a lot of people were, I just decided to, you know, do what a lot of people had done for me and do good in the way that those guys had done for me, you know. I saw that and I'm like, I could potentially provide that for people. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work, but I can potentially provide that for somebody else, even if it's just one person, like that I can help have like a less sleepless night or have a less bad day or less bad part of their life, you know. I think that's worthwhile. And I think that's like why like for example, like the Visage uploads, you know, like I liked Visage. Visage is one of my favorite games that I ended up playing on the Twitch, but like, you know, you guys don't really care for it that much, and that's totally fine. It's totally okay. I'm not like, I feel like I've had 3 YouTube channels, all of different things, and no, you don't get to know what the other ones were because I was a kid when I made the other 2. But this is the one that I feel like, I don't know, I feel like when I was a kid, like I would have been like, oh, that video didn't do well, I'm discouraged, I want to quit, you know. But like, I don't know, I feel like now, like I really like can grasp like that, like the not the power, I guess, because that makes it sound like super scary, but you know, the good that I can do with something as simple as what I do, you know, and the good that I can help, like the ways I can help with that. So to answer the question of like, you know, what's in it for you, like what's your angle, why are you doing all this, like I don't know, like I said, if I can just help somehow, you know, even if it's not like in mass, you know, like if I can help somehow, I feel like that's like very, very, very good thing that I can do is help. Like that matters a lot that I can do that for someone, because I know how much like those kind of videos and those kind of content helped me when I was in not so great places. So the idea that I can do that even for one person is more than enough to keep me going, and it's why I upload so frequently. It's why I take this stuff so seriously, is because like that stuff's important. Getting through people through rough times is super important, and I want to be there to be able to do that for people. I really, really do. So yeah, that's why I content create. I don't need to ramble on more than I already have. So thank you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't a directly DBD related video. I just, like I said, I'm just kind of like exhausted by the whole like community discourse, and I think it, to me, it's not like really like, it's not really a debatable thing, but you know, community will find over everything. So I was just kind of like yuck with the community, so I wanted to do something else. So hopefully you liked hearing me talk, friendos. So if you did actually like the video, there is a way to actually like it, and if you want to see more of my daily uploads, please be interrupted by my Resident Evil 4 ringtone that I'm not cutting out this time because I don't want to. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and if I don't see you in the next video, I'll see you when I see you, friends. Bye bye.